Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to FortressCraft Evolved. I'm Axion Evolved, and we're back. We're back here. Let's go take a look. So you might notice in the distance here, I've been working on the walls a little bit, right? So the last episode we kind of got this all set up, but I wanted to kind of extend it out to see where the first level of the towers are going to be, right? So this is obviously not their height, their final height. This is just kind of to match the wall. Based on the model over here, if we look, right, the towers are probably going to be twice as high as they are now. This bottom layer right here is only 3 high, whereas over here we have it, but roughly 5 to 6. I'm not exactly sure where I want it yet, but that's not even including adding the extra ring and then the way up. So not to worry about that, but I kind of have been playing around on the inside of the towers. And let's kind of see what we got going on here. So if we come here, I mean, we got our batteries here. What I think the plan for that is, and that's something I want to test out today, is essentially just to do something like this, right? Now, we have space for up to 9 lasers, so that's no big deal. But then eventually it'll connect to another Mark IV battery and power for now, the Mark III. Mark III lasers? Yeah, I think Mark III lasers. But I've noticed that it's like kind of hard to traverse around in here. So what I've done, if we go back to the other tower, I made some little staircases, right? I made some doorways to get in and out as we need to. And I made some staircases so we can go either way, kind of come up. And these shouldn't interfere with the outer ring that we're going to end up making. So that's nice. But another thing I've done is I've extended this wall and I put some flooring down. I decided to go with the reinforced wood look strictly because this takes only construction paste to build. So you can see I got a tower here that needs some stairs. But yeah, 3 towers total so far with the stairs in here, but I've got the reinforced wood all the way around. So again, once I get the batteries kind of in place, we can fill in this level with the rest of the flooring, I guess, so we can walk around easier. And I did the same thing over here, just filled in the empty spaces with the reinforced wood. And you can see this is 6 high, this tower level, and that one is 5 high, I think. Yeah, that's 5 high. So I'm kind of experimenting around with both. I want to have an episode kind of dedicated to running or constructing the towers. But that's not really what I want to focus on today. What I want to kind of get going today... Oh, actually, before we do that, let me show you one other thing. I did make a space so we can walk in the wall here, right? So we go in the wall. That's cool. And I've thrown in a little arch here, just to kind of, I don't know, add some variety. And I think it looks pretty nice. You can get through, basically you'll be able to get through the whole structure of this without leaving it. That's kind of the goal, right? So that's something else. But what I want to do today, I want to kind of create the proof of concept that's going to be going on here. Do I have... Yeah, so I have the batteries down here, right? I want to try to go down below and actually, you know, get some turbines going and see if we can't power up our Mark IV batteries, I should say. So you see here, this is, I mean, very, very rudimentary, and that's kind of what it's going to look like, right? But, in fact, I'm probably going to do something like this. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see how the power flows, but that's more to illustrate kind of how much we have. Like how much power we can transmit through these laser enemy transmitters, because we have spots for 9 faces, right? So as long as this battery is getting fed more than it's getting bled, we'll be fine. right? And to make sure that I can kind of keep going, I kind of want to do... I know I kind of talked about doing this, but I want to make like a little column, right? Like a little space column. Something that will kind of let me know where everything is, but also so we don't ever interfere with the transmission of the power. And that's because the power goes right through the windows, right? So I'll probably encase this whole thing in a column, you know, so it'll kind of be this wide-ish. I think that's kind of, I think that works. Do something like that. We can run these corners down so we know where they are. But this also makes it very easy to line up where the battery goes, you know? Or, yeah, line up the hole for the battery, I should say. Because we need to come, if, let's see, that's the middle, right? We need to come down right there. So we, now this kind of brings me to the next point, right? We need to dig this area out, honestly. And it's something I've kind of been holding off on doing for a little bit, but I think the time has come. We've finally started getting a little bit of biomass coming up. So I have the plastic pellets, I think. Yeah, I have plastic pellets that I need for all the stuff. So there's two things we need to do today. Number one, I want to get some jet turbines sending power to here. But in order to do that, I need to create fuel canisters so that and fuel and all that jazz, right? So that's something else that I want to do right now. But first, I need an excavator. And I'll show you where the excavators are, because I've also been doing a little bit of digging here and there. So let's run over to our resin farm. Alright, so as you can see, we've been digging out this resin farm. I am slowly kind of beating it down from the top. And the goal is I want to create a room around it, right? But in order to do that, I need to clear everything out and be able to move my liquefiers and ablators and the processors for the refined resin, right? So I've been spending a little time off camera just running these Mark III work floor excavators and just trying to clear out as much as I can. It's been very slow. It's been a slow process, right? So, but we do have 700 liquid resin. And if we go over here, the goal is to get this as small as possible so that we can, yeah, you can see that they're trying to process over there. Get the amount of hardened resin as small as possible so that we can, you know, surround it with not a gigantic room, right? So you see I've kind of been expanding and taking out stuff as fast as I can. Do we have any in here? Look at that, 46 resin. But the reason we want the resin going is because the resin can be refined into fuel, right? See, and then the other part is going to be clearing out all the random blocks that kind of spawned or that didn't get swallowed up, right? So we've got a fair amount of resin on us, but that, you know, that's not going to last forever. I don't know what the ratio is off the top of my head for how much resin equals how much fuel, but either way, we need to make a fuel canister crafter. And we need to find a good setup for our refinery that we're going to need. Because I have one setup. I have the one over here that I've been using to make the plastic pellets. But let's see here. Okay, so it might just be 1-to-1. Yeah, it might be 1-to-1. Let me pick up all this stuff. Because I think I want to move this downstairs, right? Because we're going to need, like I said, we're going to need the... Do I have everything for that? Now, in one of the comments it got brought up to... You got to watch out for the Falcor beacons because they will pick up random crap. random stuff that you disintegrate or that you deconstruct, especially multi-block structures. These things will pick them up sometimes, but it looks like we're good on that. And yeah, the foul cores, I've expanded them a little bit. They've been running fine. I've got beacons in all the corners, you know, kind of going out in every which direction, and they pick up most parts more or less. But one of the issues we're running into is that we're generating enough power that we're starting to get bosses, and we are woefully undergunned for bosses. So I want to get this up and running. In fact, let me go see. I know that if I make more than one refinery, that like you can put more than one VAT component on one controller and it'll go faster. But I don't know. I think I have 27, huh? So that should be 2. I think that'll be okay. And then as far as generation, we have enough stuff for... Yeah, so we need 36. Okay, yeah, we're all right. 36 and 9. So we could make 5 of these. 5 sets of intakes. But I think... I believe on the settings I'm on, the... what are they called? The turbojets. They produce 1800 power per second. So 2 of those would be what, 3600 power per second, which means essentially we can siphon off 1800 going in each direction like that. And with these taking, how much do these take? Let's see, these take 300, so that's 900. Okay, so no, yeah, that's perfect. If we do 2 sets coming off, we'll easily, we shouldn't even, maybe 5 coming off. Either way, we shouldn't run out of power anytime soon. Okay, so let's dig back down here, right? You know, I'm realizing as soon as I place this down, it's going to, oh, look at that, a huge copper fee. As soon as I place this down, my way out is going to disappear. So I'm going to have to be snappy with it. Alright, so either that or I use... Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just use my own blocks, right? Okay, so here goes that. And then while this is digging out, let's come up. Okay, so that's digging out holes down there for us. We need to figure out where we're going to put these refineries. So, a couple things to keep in mind. Number one, I'm pretty sure they take iron to, like, it takes iron to craft the fuel canisters, or the pipes, the iron pipes. So we want to kind of come off of the iron. So my choices are to make them in here, right? Which is definitely a possibility. So because we have an excess of iron bars over here, because we're not actively, like, we have 500 rack rails right there that we're not using right this second, and we have a bunch here that we're using for gears that we don't need right this second, I think I'm just going to kind of do it like right over here. And to do that, I'm just going to kind of do this, right? Just something like that, something simple. And I don't think this even needs a hopper, honestly. So something like that, and then fuel canister, I don't know what that needs. Okay, that might just literally, might be able to just do that, right? And now it wants a hopper, right? So if we just do this, add only, now we have empty fuel canisters. Perfect. So that's taken care of. Now, in order to kind of just make this simple, I think I'm going to just put the refinery like right here. Yeah, something easy. Let me think. Maybe, because we're eventually just going to run these over down to the, or maybe even go underground right here. I don't know. Do I have enough space? So this would be 3, 6. So it'll only be 6 high, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right, and then 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Okay, so we got 2 of those, and then I'll just throw the controller down. Maybe throw it down right there. Connect it to 1 reactor vat. Interesting. Okay, so I wonder if I need to build that afterwards. Maybe I need to attach them after the reactor controller is already there. It's also going to be nice when I get that jetpack. Alright, so I have 27, right? Okay. So, 1... Whoops. 1, 2, 3. Yep, here comes those attacks again. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now they're both connected. Cool. Alright, so we're going to want high energy composite fuel. Now, I know that's going to... I think I'm just going to use regular storage hoppers for that, right? So, remove only. Actually, I'm going to make this one a 500 slot. And you'll see why in a second. Remove only. And I'm going to make this add only. Okay, so what's going to happen is these fuel canisters are going to come in here. And then I'm going to drop all my liquid resin in here. And then that should create us some fuel, right? So now we need power. Always some kind of power. What's nice about these is if you get the Mark II solar panels, these are one of the few machines that can take a Mark II solar panel. So that's nice. But in the meantime, I think I was running these off of just like 1 pyrothermic, but let's do this. Let's do something like that. Is that... Oh god, I could not have placed that any worse. Is that also terrible? Yes. Okay. There we go. Got it. Nailed it. Okay. So let's just do this. Nope. This. Okay. So then I think 1 pyro would be fine, right? Do something like this. Are you facing the right way? Bring you over. And we'll do that. Okay. So now we got that going. We want to come in here. So now that's going. Now, one of the things about doing fuel, right? This is, you can make this a closed loop system. And what I mean by that is this will always need empty fuel canisters. Always. And in fact, I don't know if we want this automated per se, because at some point, yeah, you know what? I don't think I do, actually. Oh no. What did I just destroy? You? Is that going the right way? Well, we'll find out. The reason I don't want this automated, per se, is we don't want an infinite amount of these produced, because at some point the system's going to be saturated, right? Which means that these are going to be going into here and producing high energy composite fuel, right? And so that will essentially, once that fuel gets used, the fuel canister gets returned. So at some point you're going to have this loop of empty fuel canisters and used fuel canisters, or full, I should say. And so at some point you're not going to have any space on the belts because it's all going to be at max capacity, right? So if we're constantly injecting new empty fuel containers into that system, then we'll end up with more than we need. Long story short, that's what it is. Okay, so let's throw this in here, and let's see how this is working, right? Usable, blah blah blah. There we go. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Yes. And just like that, look at this. Look at this. Boom. High energy composite fuel. So, that's that's that. That's, I mean, that's the whole system, right? And then ideally what we would do is have something like this, right? So in our full setup, once we have our resin farm, which is what, over there, once we have that all kind of set up, we'll have a bunch of these, I don't know, maybe two things of three or four, I don't know, it depends. And we'll have one big loop where the fuel comes out, distributes to all of our turbines, and all the used ones come back in and distribute to the empty side. And then all the resin that we get will just feed in there, and it's just boom, like a self-contained system. And with the resin farm, we can artificially grow that. So that whole prospect is very exciting, and I can't wait to get it started. But for now, let's see how the digging's going over here, because this has been doing its thing while we've been doing our thing, and I don't know where we're at. So let's take a look-see. All right. I don't know what's going on here, but it looks like it dug out most of the stuff. I wonder why it's not getting this whole side. Is it out of power? Oh wow, I don't think I've ever had these run out of power. Yeah, what I like about the Mark III workfloor excavators is that they take out such a huge area, you know? It's actually really nice. Okay, but we're gonna need access to all that. Okay, I think this is 3 by 3, right? Although that's off. This one is not off. Okay. Okay, nailed it. We're good. Nailed it. Yep. Alright, so do I don't have any Mark IV component. Alright, well let's get some Mark IV battery components, because I want those turbines to be on a Mark IV battery, basically, like touching. And now that we have turbines, we can also replace this thing with those. Just a quick update. We're in the middle of getting attacked, but you can see our little Falcor is just running around doing their thing, and our filtering seems to be working, which is really nice. I want to, like I said before, I want to end up centralizing this closer to the main, like the central hub. Once all this stuff is kind of moved, maybe have the Falcors kind of running around here. And then obviously keep the beacons where they are, because these things have a 256 block range, which is huge. You know, it's absolutely huge. And I've added a few more Mark III turrets. There's 2 there. I've thrown some on the CPH. And luckily, I don't think we're getting bosses right now. Yeah, no bosses. So we're able to take the heavies out and get all these juicy bug parts. I don't think you guys know how happy this makes me. Like, I don't ever really have to worry about like anything, you know? Do I have any on me that I might have picked up? No, like I don't even really have any. Yeah, no, it's great. It's amazing. Okay, let's get back down there. I got all the Mark IV stuff. This Mark III excavator has done some work. The only thing though, that's a little iffy is I probably should have made it go up one higher, huh? Because we need we need to be at this level, right? Because our turbines are 3 tall. Did I not make the turbine stuff? Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna get this set up, go get the turbines, and blah blah blah. Okay, so here we are. We are ready. So let's make a special hotbar for all of this. Okay, so first thing is, now this is lined up. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So this is actually where the battery is. Now I have a couple options. I can do something like this, right? And I think I'm going to have them exhaust this way for now. We can always change the direction. So these turbines create a huge exhaust that will damage you. So you have to take that into account when you're making these. But if this is my center line, right? Yeah, like exactly where this is, right? So housing goes there. I could do something like this, right? 2, 3, 4. Because these are a 4x3. I'm so curious about how much copper is right here. 19. Okay. Honestly, once that copper over there, where is it? Once that copper runs out, I'm probably gonna start getting into this copper, because that's more than enough. Okay, so there's the body, and then here is the grill, the intake. Okay, so we're gonna want an input and an output. Do I have logistics hoppers on me? I have one. Alright, I guess I'll use the small ones for now. So there's the remove only. So that's where the fuel comes in. And I guess this is where the empty containers, the empty canisters will go. So I want to kind of get this situated before I do anything else. And I don't know if this will damage anything, you know? I don't know if that's the case. And I know that our stuff is somewhere over here, so that's why these are running this way. Okay. So let's, I guess, just throw these on, huh? And boom. So now we got two turbines. Okay. So with that done, let's get up here. I want to make it so that the battery literally sits right on top of it, just like that. But I need to do it this way. Boom. Nice. Okay, so with that done, now I can do just something like this. Right? And we just do this. Up, up, up. Boom. Easy day. Now we just need to get down here. Yeah, that's all 6. Okay. Now we just open up a little hole so we can get down. And now we just got to get the fuel to it. So I don't know where the fuel is, per se. But I can at least start digging a hole over here. So let's do that. Let's let that dig. And let's find us a hole. Get some fuel. I might get rid of these and just keep the very top level and the pillars. You know, I don't know if all of this is necessary. In fact, let me see how that even looks. Right? Because it just seems excessive. An excessive use of windows. Like, if I want to make it look like a pillar, maybe I should just use like stone or something, and then just keep the glass on top. Like, that's not the worst. I don't know. I'm undecided, but we're not done yet. And look, this is all 100% kind of prototyping. We're kind of feeling things out. I'm going to top this off because I'm going to want to go down at some point, right? So let me just do this. I'm just going to bring everything over here. Right? We know... Is that you? Or are you facing the wrong way? Oh, I can't tell. Do we screw up? No, we did. We're good. Okay. So, like, I don't know if it's dug over here yet, but it's all temporary. All temporary. Okay, so perfect. Oh, nope, I want you to go down. Nice. Okay, so now we can just kind of run it over there and watch it in action. So, like, where does it come down? I can't tell if that's just something not rendered or a hole. Okay, let me... Pretty psychedelic. Okay, I think that's kind of done its job. Alright. So... What, right here? Now, these are going to be crossing. But I think that's okay. Like I said, this is literally just to get something that works right now. And then for these, we can just kind of come up like that, right? It's gross, but effective. And then we just come out this way. Bada bing. And we should, yeah, we should start getting power, huh? Look at that, already generating power. I love it. I love it. We finally have these going. It looks like the belts are just fine. This is so great. We're getting some juice in there? Oh, it's all getting shot up. Okay. So all the power we generate is going up and going out. So our batteries here, let me, what? Oh, I think this is part of the level we were kind of talking about building before. Yeah, so I'm going to get this, oh man, I guess I'm going to start digging it out here. Kind of like right here. You know, we're going to do this. Let it kind of do its thing, because this will be the power level. I think 5 is enough. Like 5 depth. Yeah, so let's see what's going on up here. Yeah, see, look, our batteries are starting to get power. Oh man, that is glorious. Glorious power. And obviously once the batteries fill up, then it'll come back into here. And then once that fills up, that'll fill up, right? So essentially, we have 2 full batteries of backup, limited only by how fast we're beaming it over. So with that being said, let's take a look at getting a little bit more defense going. Or maybe even, no, I don't want to expand that tower just yet, but I think what I can do, honestly, is I think I could just put the turrets right on there and they'll shoot through the building. Put some Mark III turrets. Because actually, I might have enough to kind of bring the batteries up to where they're gonna be, right? Which I think is gonna be on top of that tower. Oh man, I think I'm a little low on beacons over here. Yeah, I think I am. Let's rectify that real quick. So we got one of you. We have batteries. Do I have beacons? Falcor beacons. Where are you? I need threat scanners. Okay, I got this. We got this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Falcor beacons. And that's all we need. Throw a battery down. I guess I'm just going to do it like right there. I want to get up high enough without... There we go. All right. I don't want to pick anything up. That's what I'm afraid of. Like, I built this whole thing so I don't pick anything up. Are you in the right spot? Yeah. And we can have multiple sets of Falcors. Like the branch there how it branches off here is just one of the many ways you can do it, right? So like, you can almost get like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with fractal design, right? So you can branch out 2 and then branch out 2, blah, blah. Like, you can make as many as you want. I guess the only limitation is your hardware, right? So what do we got here? Oh, we're getting some spoils. And we're getting some recombined organic matter, though. Did I pick anything up? It does not look like it. Excellent. Okay, so let's make some Mark III turrets because in fact, I'm going to take these ones. Because I'm even willing to bet that we are pretty dang close. If I look at the range of this, right? This Mark III turret, it is humongous. It encompasses those 2 towers out there from right there. So I'm willing to bet if I have Mark III turrets in either one of those, they'll hit damn near everything over here. How many do I have though? Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna make 16. That's 20. That's, well, the most I can do is 9 per battery right now. So we'll have a couple left over, right? So I'm just gonna throw them down. I'm gonna throw them down. I got a couple Mark IIs up there, or Mark IIIs, I should say. Look at that. The battery's damn near full. So there's that. I hope they shoot through the wall. I don't see why they wouldn't. I'd be like willing to bet that they do. And boom. Just like that, we've massively increased our defensive capabilities. Come on. There we go. Yeah, see, I threw a couple of Mark IIIs on here as well to kind of help out. Now, obviously, this is our most defended corner, you know? But it's fine. I think it works. I like it. I like what's going on here. I just wish we were getting attacked from over here so I can see. But you can see, like, we're holding our own over there. And this process shouldn't be that difficult to repeat down here too, you know? We're digging out the area. All we need to do is make sure that the vertical space on our work floor isn't taken up. And then we'll be fine, right? Well, we have the power generation level. I do want to make an arch here, like I did over there. Because I think this is going to be a secondary work area. Or, you know what, I'm even contemplating kind of extending out over here and making another, making another enclosure and getting rid of this wall. They won't be functional. In fact, I could actually do it on the other side too if I wanted to. Have them not be functional, mostly cosmetic. But, you know, I have a lot of rooms in mind for up here. But we'll see. We'll see how it all plans out. Man, I am so happy. In fact, I think I'm just going to take this thing down now. Although those seem to be potentially targeting over there. Yeah. Maybe I'll leave these up just as like a last minute defense. Any bosses? No bosses yet, so that's good. Even though, oh man, our rating is huge now. Probably because we got some turbines going, you know? Oh boy. So we'll probably be getting bosses in the next wave. But I think that's going to have to do it for this episode. I thank you guys for joining me. If you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell so you know when I post new videos. I'm trying to be as consistent as possible and crank out these videos as fast as I can. But you guys know how it is. You'll never know if you don't hit the bell. So hit the bell, hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Leave me comments down below if you think I can do something better. If you got any suggestions for my setups, let me know. I'm open to everything. You know, I want to hear what you guys have to say. And yeah, with that, we'll see you guys in the next one.